Hello everybody and welcome to my video today. There are going to be several videos up for you guys today. This video is the annual catalog for 2018. This is the walkthrough that I'm going to do with you guys. I always love doing these catalog tours with you because I get to talk about all of the product in the catalog. I get to talk about what I'm deciding to order on my first order and ideas that I have for different product. And it gives you guys a way to see some things maybe differently. And then also I love answering your guys' questions as you leave them. I'm going to be jumping on Facebook, my Facebook business page. We're going to have some fun over there. And then there's several other videos coming up for you guys today. So let's dive in and take a look at this beautiful catalog. I'm so excited about this. I love the cover of it. I love what Stampin' Up! Did. It's a big year for Stampin' Up! This year. It is 30 years. So that's really amazing. They've been in business for 30 years. There's been lots of changes over the years and lots of different things that have happened. And it's so exciting to get to celebrate this. Also this year we have a color revamp. So you're going to notice in this catalog, you're going to see lots of amazing color. I am ecstatic over our color revamp. There's not one single color that left our lineup that I'm terribly sad about. And all of the colors that we have brought in, it has just really made our color families and our color lineup really pop and feel really amazing. So let's dive into the catalog. This is going to be a long video, you guys. So go ahead and grab something to drink. I have some tea here. It's a little bit of a chilly morning. I have some tea and we're just going to chat and have a little bit of tea or coffee and dive right in. So the first thing you're going to notice is that my catalog is spiral bound. I get this done every single year. I just take it to Staples and ask them to do it. They slice off the spine and then my catalog opens really nice and lays flat. And this is because this is like the main tool I use all year long. It's my catalog. They put a nice clear cover on it and then on the front and the back. So that's a little bit different, but you can always have this option. It's not very expensive at all. So we have the front cover here. I screamed when I saw this, when we were able to see the catalog online for the first time. When I first saw the cover, I just adored it. So we're going to open it up here. My page got a little bit, it didn't get completely sliced, so it doesn't quite pull all the way open. There is a message from Shelly right here. Shelly is the one of the founders of Stampin' Up! And I always encourage you guys to read her message. There's some photos and stuff of past catalogs. I think this is the very first Stampin' Up! Catalog, and then some family photos, and then that's really, I always like reading her message. So at the very beginning here, this sort of explains what's Stampin' Up!, what the situation is. The new catalog, we have suites of product. I will be talking about those. And it kind of tells you right here, it has a guide right here. So this is quick and easy. This is 10% off bundles. This means it's a brand new product. And then there's some icons down here in case you want to catch any of these on social media. Our stamp sets, we have the wood mount, which I don't particularly like using because I didn't start out stamping with wood, and so it's hard for me. And then we have our clear mount, which is a little bit confusing. It may seem like that means that they're clear like photopolymer, but that is not actually what it means. It means that they are cling and they're the red rubber and you need a clear block. And then we do have the photopolymer, which are stamps that you can see through. When we turn the page right here, I have a little insert here in my catalog that I'll take out for 1 minute. On this side, you're going to see our color family and our color lineup. So we have done a lot of work with our color revamp. I'm going to go ahead and link a video that I did right up here. If you're interested in details of the color revamp, I don't want to go into that in this video because it's already going to be a long video. What I've done is I've just taken a coil clip from Erin Condren and I have some color revamp information that was from Stampin' Up! And I just stuck this right in my catalog, and that's just because as a demonstrator I'm at classes and I'm getting in my catalog a lot, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to kind of remember and recognize all of the things that we're doing. So let me adjust my light a little bit and see if we can't get the glare a little bit better. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think it looks a little bit better with not having that glare on this catalog. So we turn right here, and at the very beginning we have kits. These are really great. It talks about Paper Pumpkin right here. So if you are unfamiliar, Paper Pumpkin is a kit that you're going to get every single month. Has a little project in it, and then you get to put that project together, and it has everything you need. A stamp set, an ink pad. You get a clear block with your first order, and then you just have this product to make each month. And then we have some regular card kits. So there's this one, which is a new one, and then we have the one that was in the Occasions catalog, this black and white one that has a little bit of color, and then this is a carryover from the other catalog. These are great if you want to get them and put together some cards. I like getting them. They have instructions so you can see exactly how to put them together. I like getting them and then doing different things with them. And then on the very next page, we have our planner kit. So just as an FYI, our planner kit is not going to be available on June 1st today. It will be later ready. It'll be ready later in the month. I am planning on ordering this. I'm actually doing a really fun planner workshop with my team. So those that have joined Stampin' Up! With me, we're doing a monthly planner workshop that I'm excited about. And then we have a calligraphy kit, so a hand lettering kind of kit that you can get and play with, which is fun, and it's trendy right now. So then we're going to move into everyday occasions, and you'll see in my catalog that it has some writing in it, and it's highlighted, and that's because I highlight all the products that I have. I write in here if somebody that I know that is close to me, that lives close to me, has the stamp set, so that I can decide if I want to purchase it or if I just want to be able to borrow it. So the first one we have here is this Time for Tea. My friend Chris has this set. So this is not one that I'm planning on purchasing. It's one that I will be borrowing. It has framelits that go with it, and then always check out right here if there is a bundle where you can save 10%. So this is the Tea Room Suite. So the great thing about Stampin' Up! Is we put our products together in these things called suites, and there's a bunch of coordinating things that go with each set of product, which is really nice. So if you are on a budget, what's really nice is you can just get some items from one suite. Everything's going to match, and you're going to be able to be really creative. And then you're going to feel good about your projects because you're not going to be having to try to figure out what goes with what. You'll just know if you got it in this suite of product, everything's going to match. There is this really fun copper tea tin, which I cannot wait to get and play around with. We have this stamp set right here. So this is like our everyday occasions, you know, special day, congratulations, with sympathy, that kind of thing. This is a bundle that I got. This is the Stitched All Around, and you'll be seeing some things with this coming up. I really love this set. It has all the stitched detail, and I love the dies more than I love the stamp set, quite frankly. So I think maybe I'm going to zoom in and kind of maybe move my catalog back and forth so you guys can see up close. I feel like it might be a little bit hard to see. So there's that suite. This was a pre-order item. When you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get to pre-order some product, and that was one of those. And then here's a card and some treats right here as an example of what that stamp set can do. I won't go page by page. Maybe zooming out will be a little bit better. We'll get this together, guys. Maybe in a little bit, but out. Okay, I'm not going to go through every single page. I'm going to hit on some highlights of products that I like. This is a returning favorite. This is the stamp set that is part of my card class to go this month. You can get this set here to go with that. And then here's some great sentiments. Nothing in this part of the catalog is really, it's not the most exciting. You have a lot of sentiments there, but they're a great staple to your collection. So right here, when you see this symbol right here, it means that this stamp set, whichever stamp set it is, was designed by a demonstrator that had $1 million in career sales, which means over the course of their entire career, they have sold $1 million for Stampin' Up! And they get to help design a stamp set. So I like to have these, especially there's some that I really love that I hang on to that I think are really amazing. This is a set that has carried over, and it also has dies with it. This is one of my favorite suites of product. This is on my list to get right away today. Either I'm already placed my order or I will be placing it shortly. It's the Animal Outing, the designer paper. I'll be getting this bundle right here. You can see I have a sticker right here in my catalog, and that is because there are some items that I'm getting for free because I've earned them through Stampin' Up! And so I've marked those. And I'm going to show you my list of items that I'm getting here in just a minute. This is another one. This is a returning Angie Judah Chicken Scratch helped design that stamp set. And we have special occasions. That's a carryover. These are both carrying over. This is on my list to get, and it has this great die that makes these sour cream containers. And then it also is this great, not image, but design. I really love that. That's going to be perfect for cards. This is on my list to get right away. I love it. I love this big happy birthday. This I did not get. It's a carryover, but I didn't get it because it scares me a tiny bit. This pop-up card is a little bit scary for me. You guys know me. I try to keep it pretty simple. So here is Delightful Details. We have some Memory and More cards that I will be showing you guys. And once I get my big order, I'm going to be doing an unboxing and kind of a haul video, so you guys will be able to see the product up close and personal. I know that's sometimes easier. This is really beautiful right here, this Delightful Detailed laser cut. The catalog does not do it justice. Again, this was something that we could pre-order. And it's really gorgeous. It has this, and then there is this piece right here. And you can see it is lasered cut. It has a lot of detail to it. One side is very vanilla. The other side is Whisper White. That's a little bit hard to see on that Whisper White cardboard or that Whisper White paper, but you get the idea. So the catalog definitely doesn't do that justice. I love this set. It's a pop-up card as well. That's what the dies do, but you could totally get this set and just use the stamp. I want to get this for Project Life. That's when I saw this. I thought it's a great stamp set to have a house to do different things for Project Life. This is a carryover. Then we have some fun stamp sets here. I love this one, Pamper Yourself. This is a whole 10. This is on my list to get right away today. It has this great punch. It's this ticket type looking punch, and then it has a stamp set, and it comes in this 10, and I love it. It has a little block that goes with it. This is the Varied Vases stamp set. Mary Fish helped design this. This is also part of my card class to go this month. I will link a video right up here if you're wanting to see what that is about. We have Itty Bitty Greetings. This is on my list to get because it's just a great all-around greeting set. And then this is a floral set, and it has a punch. Again, this is going to be one of my free items that I'm getting that I've earned. And I love anything that has a stamp with a punch. I think that it makes it super easy when you're creating. I love this and this. These both are on my list to get, but maybe a little bit later. I'm not getting them right away. We have some items that carried over. I just got this last month. I was excited to get this. I got the dies and the stamp set because it's fun. It's a really fun set. And then we have our mason jars. Well, our jars. I guess they're not really mason jars. And then we have this one, which is super cute. It's great for traveling, like that's the theme of it, right? But the colors are also really great, and I think this is going to be great for Andrew. I'm going to do some layouts in Andrew's album. It has the washi tape. This maps, and it is a, let's see if you guys can see this, if the camera will focus. So it's an embossing folder. And I think it's going to be great for a lot of things. It's on my list to get right away today. I love this for the dream, follow your dreams, and the die, but I don't like anything else. So I don't know if I will get that. It's kind of on my list to consider. I always hate to get a stamp set that I just like one stamp in it. Kind of reminds me of, if you guys remember back in the day when we used to have to buy CDs, I always had like a 3-song CD policy. Like I couldn't buy the CD unless there were 3 songs on the CD that I liked. It's kind of like that with a stamp set, right? Like I really need to like more than just one to purchase it. $1 million stamp set down here, designed by Don Griffin. We have some items here that have carried over, so most of those items I have. I did get this stamp set. I think the sentiments are amazing. I love the fonts, and it is a $1 Million Achiever stamp set. We have lots of those in this catalog this time. There's some messages from some demonstrators that you'll want to check out. Couple things that carried over, the coffee set, the apron set. This Hold On to Hope was designed by Brandy Cox for her $1 Million achievement. This was in the Occasions catalog. We're going to have to get moving on this. This video is already really long. I love this suite of product. First of all, birthdays are really easy product to purchase because I think they're the cards that I make the most of. So the really great thing is that this product right here is going to coordinate with Paper Pumpkin for this month. So if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber or you're signing up to get Paper Pumpkin, this product is going to pair well with it. So I can't wait to see this next month's Paper Pumpkin to see what they've done. And this is definitely on my list to get right away. The paper's gorgeous. It's going to have this gold foiled pieces. It's a specialty paper. So that's really nice. And then this is all birthday stuff. I love this. You guys have seen me use this. This I just recently made a card with using this image right here. You guys saw that yesterday. That was on a Facebook Live. Then there's a couple more here. These are all carryover, except this one. This one is new. I keep thinking I want this one just because I love this. But I'm not sure what, like, the matches and the candle. I'm not positive. I'm not positive. So this is a maybe for me. We have our balloon set. And then this Big Wishes set. This was originally on my list to get right away because I loved this sentiment. But I think I'm going to wait. And instead, I think I'm going to get this bundle right here. So it's this stamp set, and then it has dies that go with it. You save 10%. So I think I'm going to go with this instead of this. So this stamp set is $19, and then the bundle is $34, but you get the dies with it. And I think that that is going to be a better use of product maybe for me. So then we also have our embossing paste that has carried over, and then this set is from the Occasions. Then we get into our baby product, which I usually don't get a lot from the baby suites because my kids are older and I don't have a lot of friends that are having babies. But this year, I'm getting quite a few things from this section. First of all, I'm getting this Twinkle Twinkle stuff. The paper, the stamp set, I love it. The punch, this has a punch that is the moon and the stars. This is an amazing stamp set that is going to be so great for things other than just baby stuff. So I can't wait to use this. I think that the sentiments are great. This could be used for many different things, not just for a baby, for the birth of a baby. And then I love all of their samples. So definitely I'm getting all of this. I'm actually getting it today. And then we have some of our returning favorites, the baby bear, which creeps me out. You guys know that this, like, it's like, people who don't like clowns. I don't like clowns either, but it just is so creepy to me. I cannot even deal with it. Like, I just can't. I know people love it, and they loved the bunny, and that's great. It does stamp beautifully. I've used it in a class, but I cannot own this. And then we have this that's carrying over, which is perfect. I love this set. And then we have some stuff that you can do some punch art, some building. We have the fox set, and then this is really fun, the Treehouse Adventures. I actually know a demonstrator and her business, or what she calls her class stuff and her business stuff, is up in a tree, or treehouse something, because her craft room is like on the very top of her house, like 3 stories up in her attic. And I thought about her right away, Melissa. I thought about her when I saw this stamp set. I thought it would be great. We have this one right here, which I probably am not planning on getting anything on here just because I don't make cards for those types of, I don't make projects like that. But then we have this, which is great because it has these lines and it's really intended for like invitations, which is so creative. I love that idea of being able to create invitations. And then I will definitely be getting this entire suite. So this is Little Elephant. It has this. I love the sentiment, celebrate your big day, could be used for so many things, to my friend. And then it has these, and then it has a punch that coordinates. So that is really nice. Again, I love all things that have a punch. So this is an item, this bundle I'll actually be getting as a free item as well. So we go into the holiday section. This part I'm not going to spend a lot of time on because most of the stuff that is in our holiday section is carried over from the holiday catalog. We have a new set of designer paper, which I'm going to be talking about designer paper at the end of the catalog. So we have a new set of designer paper, but then all of these sets you're going to see have carried over from the holiday catalog with the exception of this one. This is a brand new one. And there's one more in here that is brand new, I think. Nope, that's it. So no, there was one more, I think. There's this one and this one. Both of those are new sets. I may do something in July for like Christmas in July, but for now I'm just going to skip that section because it's all stuff that has carried over. So next we have Love, Thanks, and Support. We have this line, which you guys, I'm just going to be super honest. I hate this line of product. It's the only thing in this catalog I hate. It's not my style, you guys. So I will not be getting anything from this set. I think the stamp set is really pretty and I do like the sentiment, but the colors of the designer paper, I might get these later on, these petal pink rhinestone gems, but it's just not my style. So I haven't spent a lot of time looking at that. We have some things that carried over, some great sentiments. It's always great to have a nice variety of sentiments for your projects. I am getting this, Healing Hugs. It is on here for my very first order. I love what they did to this copper tin, and this copper tin sold me on that stamp set. So this is one of our distinctive stamp sets where you stamp it once and it looks like this. I have not been, okay, so here's the deal with these kinds of stamp sets. The ones that we like and the one that was in the occasions catalog I didn't like. I saw a demonstration back in November on stage for this and I thought it was really cool, but the stamp sets that they offered for that particular technique was not something that I wanted, so I never got it. This, on the other hand, I think is gorgeous. So I will be getting this. It was on my order today, and I will be trying it out, and I'll be sharing with you guys my thoughts on how easy it is. I've heard demonstrators say it's easy, and it goes together really nice, and I've heard other demonstrators that have struggled. So I would like to see this in person and see how these stamps work. This is an exclusive thing to Stampin' Up!, this distinctive ink thing, and they've talked about it a lot, and they want to have a lot of different varieties of stamp sets that do this. So I want to get it and just see for myself if it's easy, if it's hard, and I want to do that on camera with you guys and share with you. We have our beautiful bouquet that carried over. These items carried over, and then we get into this. Now let's just stop and talk about this stamp set, you guys. First of all, I'm doing a demonstration at a team meeting in June for this. It's on my list right away. When I saw this, I fell in love. Mostly because, as most of you know, I have a daughter that has autism, and one of the icons for autism are puzzle pieces. And so this stamp set, I knew immediately that I would get it. Just for that, it's something that I will keep forever. The dies are amazing on this. You can see that those are the dies. You can get this and save 10%. This, it says, there's a little sticker right there that says SAB, and that means I am using one of my free items for this set. And I love the sentiments on it. I can't wait to use it. One of the things that I really want to do with it is an inlay, kind of like this. So you can see this project, how they have used the die and then they've inlaid that in. I think it would be so awesome to do that with different colors, like maybe a rainbow color. And then also I think it would be fun to do a card that has puzzle pieces like right in the middle, kind of like stretched across the card, and maybe one of these pieces, like the sentiment one, is like right in the middle and then the other pieces are popped up. I think that would be really cool. And then I think it would be cool to cut for my kids to do a puzzle, like to do an actual puzzle. The other thing that would be really cool is to do some stamping of some different images. Like you could stamp this image and then cut it out with these puzzle piece dies, and then you could make your own puzzle, which would be really cute. You could also print out something, like if you wanted to print something out and then cut it with the pieces, that would be totally cool too. So that would be a really fun idea to maybe do with your kids. I think my kids would love doing something with this. So this is one of my absolute favorite. It's probably in my top 3 favorite new products from this catalog. We have some of our, we have another $1 Million Achiever stamp set. This is from Patty Bennett. There's a nice message right here from Patty. And then we have the Ribbon of Courage right there. I just used this recently. I'll put a card right up here. I used this with the new in colors. So we have this right here. I'm going to be using this in a upcoming card kit and class for the summer. I think it is a great set for summer. And then you guys have seen that I've been using this with the punch recently. This is one of my favorites as well. We just redid our bedroom in a yellow and gray theme and also in a dandelion theme. And when I saw this, I thought it was really great, and I am planning on doing some home decor projects that I'll be sharing with you guys to put in our bedroom. And then we have Tropical Escapes. I have to tell you that I'm not sold on this. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not something that I'm planning on. I'm not planning on getting any of this product right away, but I think I will cave when I see what other people do with it. The colors are not necessarily my favorite. This is a 6x6 paper pad, but once I see this paper in person, I know I'm going to cave. And so I'm hoping that maybe either Wendy or Chris will get some of this so I can see it, some of it in person. That's always the nice thing. Get together with a friend and decide what you're going to purchase. Wendy and Chris and I do that all of the time. Now that Chris has become a demonstrator and she's doing things, now we have another person that we can kind of coordinate what we're all getting, and then we have access to more of it. So there's many times that Wendy and I are like, do you have this? Do you have that? Can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? I need this. She gave me a hard time a little while ago because she asked 3 different times for something and I was out of it or didn't have it. And she kind of said, you know, your Stampin' Up! Store is running kind of low. And we kind of laughed about it. This is a set that I'm getting. It comes with this coordinating die that says thank you. You can see that this die is really large. It's a big thank you. And I think that this is going to be fun. I don't like necessarily love the stamp set right when I first look at it. And originally I was just going to get the die. But as I looked at this more and more, I think that it has a lot of potential. So I decided to go ahead and get the whole bundle and then play with it. So then we have our Daisy punch and stamp set, which is nice. And then we have some just basic thank you stamp sets, which is always really nice to have. Then we get into this. I love when you look at your catalog on these pages, there is some color references. So this says, welcome Blackberry Bliss to our color family. Blackberry Bliss is one of my favorite colors, and I'm excited that it has come back into our color lineup. So if this was actually some stuff that we were able to pre-order. I was never sold on it, looking at it in the catalog. But if you see some of the gorgeous things people are doing with this die set, it has made me want it. So this will definitely be a die and a stamp set that I will get here in a little while. I love when we have stamp sets like this. This reminds me of Gorgeous Grunge. I've held on to Gorgeous Grunge for a long time and I still use it because it has these ink splatters. And so I'm excited to see a new version of that here in the catalog. We have some returning favorites, and then this one is really popular, the Lily Pad Lake. I feel like you can do quite a bit with, and is fun to have. Some returning favorites from the occasions. This is a really nice one here. I never know what to do with these sets that have this. I think they're gorgeous, but you guys know that when I look at those things, I just am not sure how to use them. This definitely isn't on my list right away. I'm hoping maybe Wendy or Chris will get this so I could play with it and just see, because I do think it's fun to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and just try something, because you never know what you're gonna like once you can figure out how to do it. But these definitely, you know, they make me a little nervous. So we have this stamp set here, which I think is a really great addition to the Lady That Dances back here. So I think that this one is a great addition. Again, I don't have a lot of people in my life that I'm needing these kinds of sentiments for. Most of our friends are married. Most of them are done having babies. So this, I don't think, is one that I will get, but you can see it is gorgeous. The things that they've done with it is really gorgeous. And I'll probably see stuff with this and then end up wanting it. We have a frame stamp set here. Our Dragonfly and Eastern Beauty and Painted Harvest have all carried over. Fabulous Flamingos is totally on my list today to get, which is not like me, but I love this Tickled Pink for You. I love that. I just think it's so cute. So then we have our Sheltered Trees and then Playful Backgrounds. This is a great set. I actually saw it when my friend Carrie was up. I did a Facebook Live when she was up and we were crafting. I had told her I was unsure of getting this because it is an expensive set. This bundle is $72 if you get the clear amount. But seeing it in person and seeing the dies, I just think it's so worth it. There are so many different things you can do this. If you're a fan of Lovely as a Tree, which is still in our catalog, totally made it into this catalog. It is the longest running stamp set. Have I come across it yet? Right here, Lovely as a Tree is the longest running stamp set in a catalog. And if you are a fan of this, you are totally going to be a fan of this. This is like Lovely as a Tree with dies. So I was actually more impressed with it when I saw it in person than I thought I would be. So it's definitely on my list now. This High Tide has carried over. Country Living, I bought this last year at the beginning of the catalog. I still have not used it, so I really need to get on that and use that. Another $1 Million Achiever stamp set. You can see the name of those $1 Million Achievers right at the bottom there. It gives you that information. Lovely as a Tree. And then Waterfront is, again, a $1 Million Achievement. This is by Connie Hess. And you guys, there are lots of these in this catalog. I feel like they're trying to get everybody's achievement into this catalog, which is really nice. I'm going to Alaska in July, and with Stampin' Up, it's an incentive trip that I earned. I plan on taking my catalog and having something special done with these $1 Million Achievers. Okay, so next we have some of these. I don't always like those kinds of stamp sets. There's a lot of coloring with them, but that is the nice thing. We have a lot of new blends, so a lot of new alcohol markers, and so if you're into coloring, these are going to be great for you. I am planning on getting this, All Good Things, and All the Good Things, and it's so funny. This is not my type of stamp set at all, and it has that distinctive quality to it. But again, I want to try some of these stamp sets, and then I love the sentiments. I just love the fonts of them and the sentiments. This is a carryover. Glad that that carried over. And then we have some backgrounds. This is Sea of Texture. This, you've probably seen samples from this because this was a pre-order item for us. And then again, some backgrounds that have carried over. I don't even know what's going on with this, you guys. This is another one of those distinctive. So maybe that's the deal. But you guys, like, I mean, can I just be honest? I don't understand this at all. I don't understand how to use it. I don't know what the deal is. I can't figure it out. If you guys get this, if you're like, oh my God, that's gorgeous, and you get this, tag me on something that you create so I can check it out, because the whole thing is confusing to me. Okay, so we have this Peaceful Reflection, and then some of these have carried over. This one, and then the Swirly Bird carried over. This Colorful Seasons carried over. This is cute right here, but again, it's a little bit, it's the storybook. It comes with some dies. I need to see this in person. I have a feeling this will be something that maybe Wendy will get, and I'll need to see it in person to really decide if it's worth the work. These carried over. We have some new ones here. And then we get into our Graceful Glass. We have some vellum here, which you will get for free if you are part of my paper share. And then we have some of these, which kind of mimic that vellum and the stained glass look, which is cute. This is a brand new one that I'm planning on getting. It has a die that goes with it. Again, this is going to be one of my free items that I earned. So that's nice. I decided to go ahead and go with this. It was between this and one other thing. And I kind of thought that I would use the dies for this a little bit more. And the floral images. And I like this circle for some reason. I feel like maybe I could use that for something creative. And we've really got to get through this catalog, you guys. I am going on and on. So this is some stuff that has carried over. This is brand new, Better With You. It's got the birds. I feel like we have a lot of birds in this catalog, which is okay because I feel like we are kind of getting away from a lot of really like some deep floral images. I really love this. I think this would be so fun to make to hang in your craft room, and I may have to do that. Again, I don't even know about this, you guys. I mean, this is supposed to be the final image, but one thing that I really struggle with is when I'm making something and it's supposed to have like this kind of effect, I never think I'm doing it right. Like I'll stamp it and then I'll be like, I'm sure I've messed this up. It's the same thing with die cutting. When I used to do a lot of die cutting and I was putting together intricate images, I would start out and I would think I'm not doing this right, and then I would build it and then be like, I'm not doing this right, and then by the end I'd be like, oh, okay, I think I did that right. But it's really hard for me to envision what else I would use this for, so this is cut from my list. I'm not getting it unless I see something amazing, and then of course I'll want it, right? That's the downfall of this gig, is you see too many things that are cute and you want it all. I definitely will probably get this when my kids head back to school, maybe in the fall, just because it's a great teacher set. I'm glad to see this in the catalog. We have not had a teacher type set, a school set, in a long time. We have our backgrounds, and then we have our pick a pendant. I was going to get this. So this was on my list to get right away. I took it off my list this week. And that is because these look really tiny. I got scared, you guys. I totally was like, I got to get that off my list. I freaked out a little bit. I was like, that's too little. I don't know what to do with it. So it is on my list to get later on. I just replaced it with something that I've planned out all of my classes for the next 3 months. I have some items that are launching on Monday, and I've planned out all the product that I need for that for the next 3 months. So I just took this off my list to add something that I needed for those plans, but it's still definitely on my list. Then we have some alphabet sets. I still love my large letter dies. We don't have the stamp set anymore, but we do have the dies, and I love them. This is something that I'm not sold on yet. Wendy has done some really great things with this, but I'm just not sold on the amount of work it is to put this together. You guys know, here I am. I just like things simple. I like to get them done. But I do like, Carrie had this stamp set, and I actually really liked the stamp set just for the stamp set, which I did not think I would. So even if you're not sold on the dies and doing this really fun thing with putting all the letters together, even if you're not sold on that, you may still want to take a look at the letter stamp set by itself. But if you want to get both, there is a bundle and you can save. Then we get into the share what you love. You guys have already seen all of this product, so I'm not going to go into all of it. This is a carryover. And then we get into our accessories. So let's chat a little bit about this, you guys. So these are all my notes of all of the things that I'm getting, and I'm reworking things, and all my notes. They're in the back of the catalog. So let's chat a little bit. We have redesigned ink pads. We've talked about those. I've been meaning to get a post out for you guys. I will try to do that this month. They're redesigned. They flip open like a compact and slide. They're thinner. They stack together nicely. So these have been redesigned. You have a color piece here on the front, and then you also have a color piece right inside the ink pad. So those have been redesigned, and you'll see that. All of our colors have been revamped. So our color families have all moved around. So last month, if you placed an order from me, you got this color swatch, or you'll be getting it. Let me clarify, all of my packages went out this week, so you probably have not got this in your hand yet, but you will be getting it. Our color families, our colors, there's been some movement. So for instance, our Real Red used to be in our Brights collection. That is now in our Regal collection. So be careful when you're looking through our colors. You may feel like, oh, a color left, but it may just be in a different color family. Our Night of Navy was in our Regal section. It's now in our Neutral section. So right down here, some things to note is the brand new color vamp. So all of the brand new colors, or the returning colors that came into our color family, you can save 10%, and you can get that bundle of ink pads right down here. So don't miss that. This is what I did when I got all of my new ink pads, and it's nice to save that 10%. Also, the new colors, the markers, are also going to come in a set where you're going to be able to get them all together. And then we have a nice set of cardstock, and this cardstock is one each, or I'm sorry, I think it's two each of the new colors. So this is going to be great product if you're wanting to get the new colors instead of buying an entire cardstock pack of like Blackberry Bliss. Maybe you won't like that color. So definitely pick up this and check out the shades in your hand. It's a lot easier to see the color and what you're going to like when it's in your hand than in the catalog. So this, do not miss out on this product right here, okay? So we have our colors sections here, what colors are what, and then we have down here how you can order those. So down here in this box, you're going to see that you can get 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You can get 20 sheets, 2 of each. Okay, so if you're just wanting to get a variety of all the colors. You can now get 12 by 12 cardstock, 2 each of these colors, which is amazing. I'm so glad that they've done this. They had switched it up and you couldn't get all of the colors. They've brought that back. I'm ecstatic. So if you want the 12 by 12 cardstock, 2 each of each color, that's where you're going to get it. We have a designer series paper stack now featuring each of our color families. We have the stamp pads, the re-inkers, the markers, and then here we have Coastal Cabana and Lovely Lipstick. I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that. And that looks like the only one that's like that. So that's what you're going to find down here. Okay, so now we get into designer paper. So I usually close off my paper shares and I don't offer them after the catalog goes live. I did not have paper to show you guys what the paper shares were. So what I'm doing is I am going ahead and I'm opening up another slot for paper shares. I will be doing a separate video when I get all of my paper shares and sharing this with you guys. But basically this is my paper share. You can get all of the designer paper. So you get all of this, samples of all of this for $40. So this is what you would get. I get the paper, I cut it, you get a quarter pack of each, and that is $40. Because we've added our 6x6 color family, I have an add-on, so you can get a sample of all of the add-on, and both of those together is going to be $56.50. So you can get just the designer paper, or you can get the add-on of the color family, and that's $56.50. If you have questions, let me know. Basically, this is so that you can get a sample of all of the paper. You can see it up close and decide what you want. Again, like this paper is not paper that right away I'm like, oh, I'm going to get this, I'm going to do a bunch of projects with it, looking at it in the catalog. However, I may get that and I may end up loving it. That's happened to me multiple times where I've either loved something and got the paper and ended up not liking it once I got it in hand, or the other way around. So if you're interested in the paper share, there is a link below. You can check that out and get it. I will leave it open through the next 2 weeks of June, and then I will close it, and that will be it for my paper share. There's some accessories back here. We have the copper tin. We have new colored doilies. The pizza boxes from the holiday catalog are in here. We have new craft pillow boxes, and then the mini gable boxes are now in white and silver, and these were in our occasions catalog. Our Whisper White 3x3 envelopes are back here, and then our new note cards, our long note cards are in here. The other thing that we have now is we have some Memory and More note cards, so you can just get those note cards and envelopes, attach a Memories and More card to them, and then they're right here, and then send that out as a card. Here we go into our Memory and More. You guys know I love this line of product. Pretty much I love everything they've done this year with it. I don't think I'll be getting the tea room cards, but I will be getting the delightful details. I will be getting the best route, and then the big plans that coordinate with the planner. Again, I'm doing a planner workshop with my team, and we'll be using this as well. So I am planning on getting all of this. I love it. They've done really great with this line this year. We have some embellishments. You guys are going to check this out. My free thank you gift this month for my customers is these glitter enamel dots. Everybody who places a $50 order with me or more this month will be getting these enamel dots. And just so you guys know, I'm going to mention really quick right here, for every $25 you guys spend with me this month, I also have a fun giveaway. I have a ton. This is only like a quarter of the designer paper that I have. I've cut it into 6x6 packs, which is actually exactly how my paper shares come. But I've cut this into 6x6 packs, and for every $25 you spend, you get a pack of designer paper. So if you spend, and they'll be different, you won't get the same one. So if you spend $100 with me, then you will get 4 of these packs of paper. Plus, you will get your glimmer enamel dots, and I have a card kit I'm going to design, I think, for this month as well. So that is one of my giveaways for this next month for June, because we're celebrating. It's the brand new catalog, and it's exciting to have new product to purchase. So we just have an array of different embellishments. You'll want to check those out. We have some great ones, and then all of our ribbon as well. There's some that has carried over, but then we have lots of new ribbon. Our metallic edged ribbon, the Berry Burst, has carried over, and the silver, but we have this new polka dot ribbon and this thin grosgrain ribbon. We have mini striped ribbon, lots of different ribbons to choose from. I need to just put in an order, a big order for a ribbon. Okay, so Stays On ink is back. That's amazing. And then we have our Versamark ink pad. And then we have some new embossing powder. The brush show has carried over. Our uninked Stampin' Spots. We still have the Memento ink pad. Lots of accessories here. We still have Wink Estella. We have Wink Estella and clear, so that's good. And then we have a whole bunch of new blends, you guys. So right down here, all the ones that are not highlighted are brand new. The blends are exciting to have. We have Lovely Lipstick and Highland Heather, Granny Apple Green. There is not a way to get all of these. There's not like one order number to get all of them. However, if you're wanting all of them, you can send me an email and say, I want all of them. Will you help me get this order in? And I will help you get all of them. Otherwise, you just put in your combo packs. There's individual, so there's like a Bermuda Bay Dark, a Bermuda Bay Light, and then there's a combo pack. So you'll just want to put in that combo pack to get both of those colors. I'm excited to get all the new colors. I love that we have Granny Apple Green and Pineapple Punch and all of those. Our Stamparatus is making its debut in this catalog. It's our stamp positioning tool. I've had this for a little while because I was on the design team that helped design it. So I've had it for a little while and I've used it. It comes with the 2 plates. They pop out and move around. It is now available for customers and you can get that. It's making its debut right here in our catalog. There's some items back here. You'll see the Darling label punch box again. Back here, our trimmer, our punch boards. Back here is punches. So you'll see there's a couple new punches that are indicated. I've already seen those in the front of the catalog, but back here you'll be able to see those. Again, I highlight all the items that I have so that I know, because I have been known to order something twice. We have our adhesive back here. Nothing has changed for our adhesive, only that Fast Fuse is no longer a part of our lineup. We have our Big Shot with all of our accessories. This shows you exactly how to use your plates and your dies. It's a little bit of a guide. And then back here are all of our framelits. So you can see, again, I've just highlighted all the ones that I'm getting or that I have so that I know. And then we have some accessories back here. And then our embossing folders. Again, what I'm planning on getting. I'm actually planning on getting quite a few of these. We have some really great updated ones. That brings us to the back of the catalog, you guys. When you spend $150, you get host rewards. They are called Stampin' Rewards. So $150, at that point, you're going to get 10%. At $300, you get 12%. At $450, 14%. And if your order is $600 or more, you're going to get 16%. Plus, you're going to get one 50% off item. So that's great to remember if you're going to put in an order and you want to get some free product. That's how you can do that. You can always join Stampin' Up. That is the very best deal, is to join Stampin' Up. You join for $99. You get to pick out $125 in products. So already you're getting $25 more in product. And then your box, your product, ships to you for free. So you're basically getting free shipping on that. So that's amazing. I would love to have anybody who wants to join my team. I would love for you to join. We have monthly meetings. We have hangouts. We're doing a monthly planner workshop. We have creative rallies and Tackle It Tuesdays. We have a really great community of people. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to be a full-time demonstrator like I am. You can just do this and get a discount. Any order that you place after you become a demonstrator, you save 20% on. So they have a little thing right there that kind of tells you about that. And then these stamp sets are just for hostess. So that means if your order is $150, then you can get these stamp sets back here. They are a little bit more inexpensive than what your normal stamp sets are. They're $12 and $10, and these are really great. I'm planning on getting this one. I'm also planning on getting this one. Most of these I am getting. And then we just have our index back here, and that brings us to the very end of our catalog, you guys. That was a long video. Okay, so that is all about the new catalog. Again, I'm gonna have several videos coming out for you guys today so that you can see that. And then I'm excited about this catalog. Like I said, I've either already placed my order or I'm getting ready to, and I have all of my notes. Paper Share order is going in today. All of the items that I'm ordering right away are going in. I was really fortunate this year, and I earned a lot of items from Stampin' Up. I've earned over $700 worth of product that I get to place today, and I'm really excited about that. When I get all of my stuff, I'm going to do a huge unboxing, and we're going to talk more about the product, and then I have a lot of projects already planned for you guys. So thank you for hanging out with me. If you've stuck with me through this whole video, thank you so much, and remember to check out some of the other videos that I have happening. Check out my Facebook page. There may be a little giveaway that's happening today. All those links are in the YouTube description below or in the blog post that coordinates with this video. I hope you guys have a fabulous Friday. Happy brand new annual catalog. Happy anniversary to Stampin' Up! 30 years is amazing. And let's dive in and start creating together. I will see you guys later today for another video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.